4060 frame is available in long travel and short travel version. But it's quite easily to swap from the short travel to the long travel and vice versa, basically requiring a new shock, a new fork, and changing the angle set. So, ST or LT, which is best? Good question. It's a bit like pizza. There is no favorite one, it's just up to your flavor. So, if your ride consists on mellow single track, not too much gradient, but a lot of turn, maybe the ST would be the good bike for you. But on the contrary, if your terrain is a little bit more steep, loose, and technical, maybe the extra travel and the extra head angle of the LT would be the best suited for you. There is only one catch that technically don't do that. It's basically running the long travel version, but with the ST setting on a flip chip. Now that we got all that on the paperwork, let's get on the tool and transform this short travel into a long travel. First step, unscrew the trim and mount bolt. You can use this little strap, so you can see now I have a better access here. So that's a short travel one, so 57.5 millimeter, and we're gonna replace it by the long travel one, which is a 65 millimeter stroke. Make sure that this little white stripe here is basically positioned on your flip chip on the long travel mode. That's your step one. So changing the shock from a 57.5 millimeter stroke to a 65 millimeter stroke. Let's go on to the second step, changing the fork and the headset. So first of all, we're gonna dismantle everything. Like this one, where we're basically gonna remove the headset and flip it into the long travel side.
Okay, so maybe a little break just to explain you a bit what the cups are actually doing and how they work. Okay, first, let's remove them. So we have two cups, one lower cup, one upper cup, and basically the angle adjustment is all done by the lower cup. As you can see, you have toe notches. On the long travel bike, the bike is pre-assembled with the notches to the front, putting the bike in the slack setting. So it's 63.8 degrees for the long travel. On the short travel, as standard, it's assembled in steep mode, and it's 65.5 degrees. Basically, in any setup, you can turn around the cups to have the other settings. If you are in long travel, but you want to go steep for any reason, it will go to 65 degrees. In the short travel, which is more likely to happen, you may want to go slacker, and in this case you're going to have 64.5. How it's done, basically we have an oval cup for the lower one. You can see here that the bearing is sitting with a little offset to the center. So this is basically picking where the fork gonna point. And then we have the upper cup. On this one it's a bit more simple. It's actually completely round, cylindrical. And the surface for the bearing seat is actually spherical, so that the bearing follows the fork. Despite being cylindrical, you still want to rotate the cup according to the angle, making sure it matches the lower cup. As said, the upper cup is actually cylindrical, so it could theoretically be assembled in any direction. The only reason why you have to match the notch with the lower cup is actually because the top surface is machined with an angle. If you don't do it, you can still ride it, like it will not be a big issue, but you will have a bit of an angle and it will slightly rub, marking a bit your parts, giving it a bit of friction. We'll put the notch pointing to the front. This doesn't need to be like 1 degree precise. As I explained, the top surface is not completely perpendicular to the axle, but this can turn a few degrees, it won't have any effect. Here we will assemble the lower part, same thing. Since we want the bike to be in slack mode, we'll put the notch pointing to the front. Okay, that's my technical input for the cups. You can find all of the information in the bike manual, link below. And now back to Bastien to finish the build.
So now that we put away the 150 fork, change the headset cup to the slacker hanger, time to put the big boy, the 170 fork. And then once your wheels is on, just gonna adjust the brake line. It's not making any noise because we all hate noisy bike, right? Perfect. So that's how you transform your ST bike into a full LT bike, ready to rip the park. Or in this case, the build trail is in Macolin. So once up to the fini, go on the trail.
Super.